Hello, everybody. This is Eileen Nicole. It's been a while since I've been on here, but I just wanted to chat with everybody and talk about what's been happening in the news. Definitely want to get back to politics, but right now I wanted to talk about this whole Diddy mess, this whole situation. It is been a tough couple of days for Cassie in the court. She's been testifying for the last couple days. Her testimony has concluded, and a lot of stuff came out about her testimony, about how she was treated over the course of the 10 years, and why she stayed in the relationship for so long. It was just a lot that came out, um, and I wanted to kind of go over some of the stuff that is on social media. I really am starting to find out just how many people really would like to do the things that Sean Combs is accused of doing. Like, they would like to be able to do those things and get away with them. And so they're banking on Sean Combs getting away with these things. And so I did want to go over some stuff that I've seen online here. And I'm going to share my screen here. And we're going to go over um, what this thing is here on Instagram. Let's see. Let's do Instagram. Okay. So right now, um, I wanted to talk about this post that I seen from Boosie Badass. Okay, that's his name. Um, so let me see, is this here? No, I think it's on the shade room. I think that's what this one is. Is that it? I had it on here. It is right here. Okay. This is what he wrote. He wrote, now, mind you, before I read this, Boosie is a man that paid a grown woman to molest his own child. This is what he did. He also wrote a diss record and put it out towards his own daughter. That's what he did. He also, during COVID, curated a online community where he had girls just being absolute reprobates online, working for him for a little bit of chum change. So this is the moral compass of this individual. And so I just want to read what he said. He said, I think Cassie and her husband masterminded this takedown of Diddy in his money. I I think her husband had been trying to get her to do this for years to Diddy, but she didn't want to do it because she knew what will come out. Then, as a couple, y'all become broke. Now the plot becomes realer by the month. I think the last straw was the Diddy and Carisha relationship. When she saw Carisha with that sign supporting her man at the awards, that did it. A woman scorned is a dangerous, evil MF. Yeah, I said it. But what is it when a father pays to have a whore molest his child? What do you call that? Because Boosie seems to always be he seems to always like to go with the evilness. He also had a young man, he lose basically essentially his whole living life. He's in prison now, to be one of his hitters, as they call them. Boosie had this very, very young man killing for him, killing people allegedly. The young man did go to jail, went to prison for killing these people. So that is undisputed. He's been convicted of that crime, but he was doing it for Boosie, on behalf of Boosie. Like, the people that he was killing wasn't on his own behalf. He was doing it on behalf of Boosie, and nothing happens to Boosie. So Boosie has young men killing for him. He's hiring sluts and whores to molest his own child. He's writing diss tracks to his daughter, and he also has young women twerking all online for a little bit of change. This is who this person is. But he thinks that he should be able to sit here and say what's evil and what's not. Sir, you're evil. You're absolutely trash. Boosie is a menace to society. Not to mention, this man went to he was in he got indicted for a federal charge for guns and drugs, and then he got out. He got out. So this man is just riddled with like he's just a whole degenerate, a reprobate, if you ask me. Like there's no coming back from all the things that he's done. But he sits there and tries to spin why he thinks Cassie is now coming out, because she probably had to process all the things that happened to her. Remember, when all this stuff was happening to her, she was under a lot of drugs. And so it takes time for you to, decompress and still move forward with your life. You're doing two things at the same time. You have to decompress, and it takes a while to do that. People want you to move in their own time. And that's just, nobody owes you. Nobody owes Boosie shit. Nobody owes you that, nigga. Nobody owes you a damn thing. Nothing. And so this is what I'm saying right here. This comments. Boosie paid a grown woman to grape his son. And exactly. Somebody said not like that. So is what not true or what? It is not true. And Cassie paid strippers to piss on her, answered her husband's calls during freak-offs. Listen, at the end of the day, how are you going to sit here and try to judge people when you've done way worse? That means that your judgment meter is off, nigga. It's off. Talking about something don't sit right. Of course it's not going to sit right when you can't go around doing whatever you want to people. This man bought his daughter a car and then took it back because she didn't want to hang out with him or go to his house or something. Nigga, you're trash. Your whole moral meter is off. So Boosie is a fucking throwaway to me. A throwaway. So at the end of the day, I just think that Boosie is the wrong person to be talking about what's right and what's wrong and what's evil and what's good, because nigga, your ass can't you couldn't tell what good was if somebody paid you to do it. And so I did also want to talk about some of the stuff that was said in the courtroom according to this website on Twitter. So let's go here. Let's see here. And so this website, Inner City Press, they're really good. They'll be in the courtroom. They try to jot down word from word what is actually happening. And so let's go ahead and take a look at it. Okay, so he has some of the, like testimony, basically like a recorder. So we're going to go here. Where is it? Here it is. So this is some of the stuff here, right here. So we're just going to go back down a little bit more. All right. So okay. All right. So let's start here. We cannot do it in the roving room. The defendant would have to be present. So in the court, I sent an email to my mom and Capricorn from my flight to Boston and Connecticut. Let's see. What did you write? That Sean said he would release the tape of me on Christmas, and he'd had Scott, and I heard. and he'd had Scott and I hurt. He said he would be out the country then. What are these photographs? My mother took there in Connecticut of the bruises on my back. Were you entirely honest with your mother about the abuse? No, I said this was the first time. Did you tell her about the freak offs? No. Why would she tell her mama about that? The Scott's house. Then I talked to Capricorn Clark, one of Sean's assistants. Then what? I went to the house Sean was staying at. He told me he would release videos and hurt Scott and I. What videos? Freak off videos of me. Did he come to the hotel where you were staying? Yes. He beat me up and called me names. My face was bruised. This photo was who is it? Scott Mascuti, known as Kid Cudi. We dated in 2011. Did Sean find out? Yes, in my phone. This is what gets me. This dude is doing all this mess. He's having all this sex with all these different people, but he's mad at Cassie for dating some other guy. It just doesn't. I don't understand that. Like, why do you give a fuck? Why do you care? You're loose, very loose. Sean went through my phone during a freak out. He found an email about what? Taking my toiletry bag to Scott's the next day. Sean put a wine opener in his hand and threatened me. I called Scott on a burner phone. Where did you go? I was on the floor of the car and he stomped on my face. How long did it last? 10 minutes. Then I tried to get away, but Sean's security brought me back. Who? Roger Bonds. What did they tell me? What did they tell me? To go to a hotel. Whoa. In January 2009, did you attend an event in LA with Sean? Yes. What happened as you left? I'd been speaking to a producer about music. Sean called me a slut. I hit him in the face. I had been drinking. Did you see any injuries? No. When did Sean first use violence on you? In New York City, we were in a car with his security and he knocked me around. What did he do? He hit me on the side of the head. I fell to the floor of the Escalade. We will call her Mia. When you gave your devices to the government, were they working? No, they were broken. Put up 602-A, Ms. Ventura, and the jury only. What's on your skin? Oil. When did Sean first hurt you physically? It started in the first year. What staffer were present when Sean was physical with you? Objection. Physical is vague. Punching, hitting. They are belatedly back arise. As Exhibit 619, the objection to the defendant's proposal is overruled. Let's have Ms. Ventura back, then we'll bring in our jury. Jury entering, Souza Johnson. I have a binder for the court. The gallery will not be able to see the exhibits. Ms. Ventura, I will show you some exhibits. She worked for Sean. Who is it? She worked for Sean. Mia would have taken this to her grave. I don't know how to support her if we can't discuss her pain. What she went through, we will not put words in her mouth. Her nerves are through the roof. This is the lawyer. Judge, we are trying to prevent witnesses being counseled on how to testify, what to say or not to say. Anything else? Okay. Would that be acceptable? I'm afraid she'll have a moment, lose it, then ask me. Did I forget? I worry. Now, amid the second day of Cassie Ventura's direct testimony in U.S. versus Sean Combs, here is an exhibit from the trial. The LA hotel security email. New paperback and okay. Did that happen at a restaurant? What was security's role? To intimidate. They were lining the room. Who was there? Uncle Paulie, James Cruz. Who the heck is that? How would you recover from a freak off? I take opiates. I wanted to feel numb. We'd get massages, IV. The chef would cook us something. How often did you take opiates after freak offs? Often. I got urinary tract infections. Wow. I'm going to show you the LA Intercontinental Hallway again. Play. Who enters? Sean. Who is in? What's in his hand? He doesn't appear to have anything. Now anything is in his hand, my phone. How did he get it? Well, he took all of my stuff. Where does he end up? Sitting in a chair in front of the window. What are you doing? I'm walking away from him. Um, yes, as Intercept Press first reported, Combs turned down a plea deal, but it's still not known for what sentencing guidelines was the offer was. Um, but yeah, this is a lot. So, oh, okay, this is Glenn. Glenn. Duty docket on autopilot. While Judge Submarinian is presiding over the direct examination of Casavitcho right now, he docketed this order about motion to quash the subpoena issued to Clayton Howard. I'll read Sean's part of this email. You read you. When should I take the thing? When will you be there? I'll read Sean's part of this email. You read you. When should I take the thing? When will you be there? Pausing you there. What did you mean? Drugs. I took mine. I'm flying. What does he mean? He's high. Why did you take more drugs? To not be present with the experience. Why? Because it was something I hated. How did you react to ecstasy and MDMA? It could make me vomit. What would he say to continue? Dang. What did you think this meant? That he knew I didn't want to do the freak offs anymore, but then I backpedaled. Why? To not make him angry. He could be violent. Where's where's you get your outfit? Pleasure chest elsewhere. Did you get piercings? Yes, Sean came with me. Which of his homes did you have freakouts in? Miami, New York. What other homes? My homes, all but Studio City. In what other cities? Atlanta, Ibiza. Um, who was your manager at Bad Boy Records? James Cruz. What did he tell you? That he was managing me with one hand tied behind his back. He had to check everything with Sean. Mm. Yep, I covered the gang trial. Okay. Who paid your rent in LA? Sean, except when I had a house in Studio City. Why'd you pay then? I could afford it then, and I wanted to have some control. It was accepted. By whom? Sean. How many songs did you write while with Sean? Hundreds. Most were never released. Some got leaked on the internet, some on mixtapes. How many albums on your deal were not released? 9. Did you get paid for them? No. That's some wildness right there. Where did you celebrate your birthday in this photo? In Las Vegas. Kerry Morgan was there too. We are out on his patio on my 21st birthday VMAs. What happened then? Sean kissed me in the bathroom. I ran back to my hotel. I told Carrie. When you got back to New York, I visited him in the Trump Hotel in Columbus Circle. His apartment was being renovated. What were you going? Uh, what were you going with your music? Where were you going with your music career? Trying to come up with a concept. Sean called all of the shots. Redirect. Please explain why you now say Mr. Combs directed you. He asked about positions, but Mr. Combs did tell us what to do. Use baby oil. The timing of the handing of cash. How did the amount compare to your stripping services? At $3,800 or more. How much were you paid to perform when you could? $700 to five or 6,000 thousands of dollars. And when you couldn't perform, they paid me nothing then. Did Miss Ventura call you after the Dream Hotel? Yes. Wow. Okay, that's it for that. So Cassie went through a lot with this dude. And really, it was all because she thought that this man was actually going to give her, you know, he was going to give her a career. And, it's so sad to actually have to do this. This almost reminds me of when doing a um, when people do rituals, they can swap destinies. A destiny swap is it's almost like Cassie did a destiny swap, but it went all wrong, or it went all right. And it's so sad because that's the way the cookie crumbles. She ended up with Kim's life. And when she saw Sean, I'm sure when she was 19, I'm sure it looked like what it looked like from the outside, but when she got it on the inside, she couldn't leave. She was trapped. Um, so I mean, it's just so sad that she had to go through this, and I really do stand with Cassie because she was very young and he was very old. He had been through this rodeo multiple times, and he got someone that wasn't strong enough to really resist what he was doing to her. And I feel really bad about what she had to go through. It's so unfortunate. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.